And welcome back to Hannity. So the media has been very quick to praise Khizr Khan. He's the man who attacked Donald Trump in a speech at the DNC last month. But who exactly is Mr. Khan? Now, Khan is a Pakistani-American lawyer and the father of Army Captain Humayun Khan. Now, he was a hero. He was killed in Iraq during Operation Iraqi Freedom in 2004. Well, now all Americans, we all honor his service, his sacrifice, and his courage. And on that, everybody agrees. But Khizr Khan, since his DNC speech, he has made controversial comments. Now, during one recent interview, he said there's no such thing as Sharia law. Really? Take a look.
Sharia law, as we have titled, there is no such thing as Sharia law. These are laws of various Muslim countries, which are hodgepodge of British laws, French laws, Portuguese laws. In there is tremendous discrimination of genders, which disqualifies them under the Constitution of the United States, cannot be implemented, cannot be brought. I do not stand for any Sharia law because there is no such thing.
Okay, but here's a problem. Back in 1983, according to reports, Khan wrote about Sharia in the Houston Journal of International Law, writing, quote, "The invariable and basic rules of Islamic law are only those prescribed in the Sharia, the Quran and Sunnah, which are few and limited." And then he went on to say that all other juridical works which have been written during the more than 13 centuries are very rich and indispensable, but they must always be subordinated to the Sharia. Unfortunately, we have more Khan in a recent interview. He also said that terrorists, it has nothing to do with Islam. Watch this.
What he cites in the name of Islam and all that, that is not Islam at all. I wish somebody would have put something in his head that these are terrorists, these are criminals, these folks have nothing to do with Islam.
All right, that's not all. Khan also participated last week in an interview with the Pakistani news channel Dunya News. Now, they're reporting, quote, that he, Khan, said that Allah makes people like Trump to make mistakes to discredit them in public eyes forever. Really? Here with reaction, the author of Defeating Jihad, The Winnable War, professor of strategy and irregular warfare at the Institute of World Politics, Dr. Sebastian Gorka, also the author of The Complete Infidel's Guide to Iran, director of Jihad Watch, Robert Spencer. Dr. Gorka, wait a minute. If he's saying, on the one hand, that the rules of Sharia, that those are the rules to follow back in 1983, and then he's saying that Sharia is not not what's practiced, how do you deal with that inconsistency?
Sean, we have to look at the facts. I have no interest in attacking a Gold Star father, absolutely not. But he became a political actor as soon as he went to the DNC stage and attacked the presidential candidate. Let's just look at his statement. There's no such thing as Sharia law. If he said that in Saudi Arabia, he would be in big trouble. The fact is, and Professor Spencer knows this better than anybody else, there are multiple schools of Sharia law. Hanafi, Hanbali, Maliki, Al-Shafi. These are the foundations of the Islamic judicial system. To say it doesn't exist is utterly fallacious, and from a man who actually published on these issues, it is more than just disingenuous, Sean.
Okay. What is your take, Robert Spencer?
Well, you know, he is being flagrantly deceptive. Muhammad said war is deceit, and I think Khan was listening. The fact is that Mr. Gorka, Dr. Gorka is quite right, that there are established schools of Sharia jurisprudence, and also there are Sharia states that are avowedly following Islamic law, which they consider to be, and loudly proclaim to be, the immutable and perfect law of Allah. Saudi Arabia, Iran, Pakistan for the most part, Sudan, and others. And so for him to say, and they all, it's worth noting, have remarkably similar character because Sharia has a very particular content. And so they are all repressive regimes that stone adulterers, amputate hands of thieves, and so on.
Do you think he was purposely hiding his real views now because he was so advanced in the political narrative, Dr. Gorka?
I can't search his soul, but I do think that it's very, very strange that he makes these kinds of statements that don't comport with what he said earlier. And this last one about Allah is making Trump make mistakes. Imagine if Tyrone Woods' mother or one of the other Benghazi widows had said publicly that Hillary Clinton is falling downstairs because Jesus Christ is making her do that, could you imagine the furore in the left-wing
Oh my
media,
gosh,
Sean?
it would be nuts.
Could you imagine?
All right, I got to run because we're just short on time here. Thank you both for being with us.